Hello, cutie. Wait, is my microphone working? Okay, it is. How are you doing? I unfortunately had to go outside today, so there's that. I'm not feeling great. But hopefully things will get better soon. Not really scary, it's mostly just uncomfortable. Especially during summer. Like, I know it's not summer, but it's getting close. You know, it's hot outside, and since it's not raining, it's also dry, and people are loud, and I don't like that. Okay, the game is open and very loud. I should be able to finish this character today, so you guys should already start thinking about stuff to suggest me to do later. Also, I need to remember what the fuck I was doing here. Okay, I'll level up my stuff. Yeah, I really don't remember what I was doing. Did I finish exploring Morgan's palace? Yes, I did. So, yeah, my CO is at +10 already. Yeah, I don't think I have more smithing stones to do stuff. I really need to kill more bosses. Well, I did that a few months ago. I could do it again, and it was horrible that time. Because the problem wasn't even fire giants. Fire giants was fine, just a very long fight. But Moog, dude, did you know that Moog has 80% resistance to fire damage? I was basically dealing no damage against him. That fight was impossible. People keep saying that Holy is bad and useless, but then my chat convinced me to just swap to a holy weapon, and I got him first try. Yeah, I'm trying to get a clip so you can see. Okay, where it is? Okay, it's here. Let me mute my music and let me show this to you. When is Miyazaki gonna understand that I can't fucking fly? Stop making enemies that spend more time flying than on the ground where I can hit them. Holy fuck, look at this damage. Imagine if I die now. My fire build. No flask left. Oh shit. Oh man, how unlucky. Yeah, that was terrible. Also, hello cutie. Welcome. I was limiting myself to use only the Fire Monk's weapons if I were to use a weapon, but I was mostly using the fire spells. Also, before you started to watch my streams this month, I just finished a Flame of Chaos build, as you can see. So again, I was doing a fire spells only a few days ago, and again, it was basically impossible to deal with Moog. um, it's hard to just list things here. I think you can just keep suggesting stuff. So here's the problem with suggesting me to do stuff with DLC items. I need to kill Moog and Radahn first to be able to go to the DLC. And I would also have to deal with a lot of strong enemies and bosses in the DLC to get those items. So I either use cheat engine to make me start with those weapons so I can use through them the whole game instead of waiting until the final bits of the game to finally be able to use that weapon and kill only 4 bosses, or I do that and I can only use that weapon for the final bits of the game. Alright, so things that I need to do with this guy now. I did Insa River. Okay. Well, I never used any twin blades. That's something that I never did, and I know there's one that you can find in Limgrave already. So I could just get out of the tutorial and go straight to that weapon. But yeah, that could be interesting since I never did that. Well, I guess the only thing left for me to do is to go do this area. So let's go destroy the Draconic Tree Sentinel. Luckily for me, a lot of bosses are weak to thrust damage, and this build is really good at dealing thrust damage. I'm sorry, in this game is Pierce. Yes, Pierce. That's another thing that I never did, and I actually have a Crucible Knight build planned already. I just never had anyone asking me to go do that. So I'm not sure if people want me to do that. So that's why I keep not doing that build. But yeah, I could try it. The Fire and Ice combo is pretty cool. I see a lot of people doing. It actually makes the game easy. Like, not in a bad way. It's nice having powerful sources of damage. But something that I don't see a lot of people understanding is that resetting your frost is actually a bad thing. Let me explain. Frost is not just bleed but blue. Frost on top of dealing that chunk of damage also puts a debuff on your enemy that lasts for 30 seconds, and it makes them take 20% extra damage from all sources. So if you keep resetting your frost to just deal more frost procs, first you're missing on 20% extra damage, and second, if you keep applying status effects, the resistances on your enemy keeps increasing, so it only gets even harder to deal status effects. So in the case of Frost, you should be squeezing out as much damage as possible by just not resetting the Frost and just keep hitting the boss with more powerful attacks, because you will be dealing even more damage on top of the other buffs you're already using. So with a Frost build, the best thing you can do is to not reset your Frost. Don't treat Frost as another kind of bleed. Bleed is the type of status effects that you should be spamming like that, not Frost. Yeah, it gets applied when the Frost procs, and it lasts for 30 seconds after that. Basically for as long as the Frost lasts. In PvP, not only it deals more damage, like there's the damage debuff, but it also makes your enemy have less stamina regeneration. Dude, the hyper armor on this and poise damage. Alright. I wasn't even paying attention to the fights. So yeah, if you're dealing with enemies in PvP, Frost also makes their stamina recovery worse. And it's really bad. Like, it really makes your stamina recovery really bad. Oh, I could have been way faster if I were paying attention to the fights, but I was just reading the chats and answering you. When people go do a dragon communion build, they focus too much on the breath attacks. But first they are elemental damage, and a lot of enemies in this game are really resistant to elemental damage. And they also use a lot of FP. The best option you have is Dragon Maul and Dragon Claw. They deal only physical damage, and they don't use a lot of FP, and you have a lot of hyper armor. Something that you also don't have with the breath attacks. If you get hits only once during a breath attack, you will fall down and interrupt the animation. I ate him. Like, for real, I just ate him.
My utmost for bringing here, and thus I shall farewell. I shall leave. I wish you luck. You have. I have no.
Yeah. Really hungry. I don't even think I'm gonna be using lightning damage against Godfrey. It's not necessary. I'm already too powerful. It's so nice having poise damage on your weapon. Every hit is a stagger. And look at the range on this. It's so good. And it deals so much damage. But yeah, I really need to start leveling up my arcane so I can start dealing damage with my weapon. Alright, then it's settled. I'm gonna be doing a Crucible Knight build when I finish this character. But how exactly am I gonna be doing that build? There's a few options, like the Crucible Knight's armor and Ordorvi's greatsword are found in Altos Plateau. After dealing with a Crucible Knight's duel. And I don't really think I can do that fight right after right after coming out of the tutorial, because they are an Altos Plateau boss, so that means that they are pretty high scaled for someone at level 1 and plus 0 weapons. There's also the Crucible Knight spells, but they are not that good. And I think all of them are locked behind bosses. Crucible 3, you mean the Deep Root Depths, right? Because, oh, the armor is not dropped by Siluria, it's only corpsed behind Siluria. But everything you can do to reach that area is locked behind a couple of boss fights. Like, either way, you would have to kill Radan first, and then you could either kill, I think it's Astel for one path, and the Gargoyles for the other path. Yeah, so I would prefer to use cheat engine to get at least the sword, and then I can try to farm to get the stats to use the sword, and then I can use the sword to kill the Godskin duo, the Crucible Knight duo, so I can get the armor in a more legit way. So let me compare some stuff. This is fire. That much damage, and it used my whole FP bar. Oh, you bastard. Like, yeah, it's still good damage because this build is really good. But look at the damage on this attack, and look at how much FP I used. Ah, I was too close. Dude, again, really? So I took half of their HP using my whole FP bar and dealing a type of damage they are weak against too. And the other half of their HP used only half of my FP bar, using a damage that they are kind of resistant against. So, as you can see, biting people is way more effective than setting them on fire. So yeah, I should start leveling up my arcane so I can deal damage. Oh fuck. How is my I only have one. Alright, so I'm not even gonna try to get the other one. I already have like 13 flasks. That's pretty good already. I mean, it doesn't have to be from my fucking dragon. I think just a dragon without the fucking is already pretty strong and dangerous. But like, the fucking dragon definitely sounds way more dangerous. Okay, do you think this guy can hear my dragon screaming? Yes, he can. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you mean. You don't have to hide your true intentions. Alrighty, so that maybe says way more than to what you think. Okay, do I have the task? No, I don't. I need to go back to the to the volcano manor. I actually have no idea if the Roar Talisman is affecting all dragon spells or just the dragon breaths. Gonna do a quick go here.
I see you've performed another task for us. Here is your usual reward. Please, take it.
Roar Talisman. Roar Medallion. Alright, I was remembering
Now,
wrong.
Perhaps the time has come to tell you of the true ruler.
Increase
of
the
this
damage
manor.
of roars and breath attacks by
Lord Rykard.
15%.
The Erd Tree blessed the Tarnished with grace, but it was all too meager in the face of the enormity of their task. The Tarnished were forced to scavenge, squabbling for crumbs, like the Shard Bearers vying for power in the wake of the Shattering. Our Lord, indignant,
Okay, so it's
has
not
refused
all
to
spells.
scurry about, fighting over what miserly scraps they allow us. If the Erd Tree, and indeed the very gods, would debase us so, then we are willing to raise the banner of resistance, even if it means heresy. We at the Volcano Manor, under Lord Rykard, have sworn no rest until it is done. If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you.
Oh, the Dragon
Lords
Maul
resist
deals
without
45
champions
stance
are
damage.
always a spectacle. It cannot come a day too soon.
And it can headshots. So if I hit the head, it deals more damage. Okay, but it's not boosted by the Roar Medallion. So I'm actually wasting... I'm wasting a slot with that. What should I be using then? This, maybe? Yeah. Oh, that's another build that I want to do one day. I want to do a Gelmi Sorcerer, like what Rykard used to be before he turns into that horrendous serpent.
Look it, I knew you'd take this. As if you shouldn't.
So I would be using the Blasphemous Blade when possible, and before that, a weapon with Eruption, and then the Gelmir Staff, and all of the lava sorceries. Oh yeah, me too. Especially considering that Mesmer has a lot of ties to a serpent too. Also, did I give Millicent the prosthesis? I think I did, so she should be in the Windmill Village. But yeah, I was expecting so much to have anything extra about him in the DLC. Uh, I have no idea what are you talking about, cutie. Um, First of all, you're thinking about the Volcano Manor, right? This is not Red Main Castle. Red Main Castle is this one down here. And there is no boss beneath Red Main Castle. And the snake beneath the Volcano Manor is a serpent devouring... the god devouring serpents. And it apparently it has no ties to Mesmer. The god devouring serpents is another being. The serpent that Mesmer has is the abyssal serpent, and it's more of a magical, like dark magic serpent. That we also don't have a lot of info about that, because the DLC was really afraid of explaining lore bits, even the new things they were adding in the DLC. So that's why a lot of people are upset about that, because there's a snake in the base game and there's another really cool giant snake in the DLC, and both of them have no connections. Miyazaki and From Software said that they are done with Elden Ring, apparently. At least about DLC, that was the only one that will ever be. Unless Bandai Namco managed to convince them to milk Elden Ring even more. But Miyazaki is not the kind of guy that likes to do sequels to his games. He usually only makes one game and then he moves on to the next one. He started with... as a director, he started with Demon's Souls. Then the next game was Dark Souls 1. Then his next game was Bloodborne. But then Bandai Namco wanted a Dark Souls 2, but he was busy doing Bloodborne. So another team of developers made Dark Souls 2. And then Dark Souls 2 was the worst game ever made. So Miyazaki decided to go back to Dark Souls to make another game just to finish the franchise in a more positive note. So that's why he made Dark Souls 3. Then as soon as he finished Dark Souls 3, he started doing Elden Ring. But From Software noticed that it would take a long while for the game to be ready to launch. So around that time they decided to make another game, a smaller game, to be ready first, so people could have something to play while they are making Elden Ring. And that's how Sekiro came to be. Sekiro, it's their smaller game made really quickly to have something between Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. So like, Miyazaki has this history of not doing sequels. So that's why I don't think there ever will be an Elden Ring 2 or another DLC. Well, the Gutskin Noble is resistant to fire, but he's weak to status effects. I'm gonna be using rods. Why not? Even better, I'm gonna be using frost. I almost fell off a cliff. That's another build that I want to do, and I think that's way easier to do than the Crucible Knights. All of their gear are way more accessible at the start of the game. So let's start with Frost. He is frozen. And look at his bites. Just to keep my poise damage. And let's give him another bite. And alright, another one and shoot. Yes. That was over 90 stance pressure, stance damage. And you're not gonna have a second phase. Also, just because I'm gonna be using... Just because I'm gonna be doing a Rot Knight, a clean Rot Knight, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna have access to Scarlet Rods. Unless I use Rot Greases on my Rapier. Because the Spear and the Scythe, they are somber weapons, so I can't apply rods to them. And the clean Rot Knights, they have no incantations or any other thing that a player could use to deal Scarlet Rods. The only option I have is really the Rapier with Rot Grease. The clean Rot Knights, they are not, like in lore, they're not supposed to be an enemy that uses the rods as their power. They are afflicted by rods. Rods is something that is being bad for them. They are actually trying to fight off their Scarlet Rods. So them dealing Scarlet Rods to you is more of a byproduct than them intentionally doing that.
I would have you. It is the only.
I'm sorry, Millicent, but I have to kill you. I'm really sorry.
Imagine ending like this. But I will not.
Well, that's just a regular clean Rot Knights. All of their weapons are Holy Dex weapons. And I think I never did a Holy Dex character. I usually go with Holy Strength builds. So, I didn't kill Millicent because I needed her prosthesis. I killed her because this is gonna make her father sad, and when I kill him after he is sad, I'm gonna get something that I want. What's a fucking evil game? It makes you do so much bad stuff to get good items. It kinda teaches you a good lesson about real life, how People in power, people that have a lot of success, could never reach that level of success without ruining the lives of a lot of people, without taking advantage of a lot of people. There's no way you can be a billionaire and still be a good person. See? He's sad now. Almost 1400 damage with one bite. And that's what I wanted. That's gonna increase the damage of my spells. I could get the other one down here. And I'm gonna do it. Yeah, biting is really powerful. Okay, I need to check the resistances on the Falling Star Beasts. Full grown Falling Star Beast. You are weak to what? Okay, weak to elemental damage. 20% on all of them. So I could use fire? Maybe? Because that's the one that I can deal the most damage. Well, magic too, but I also have the fire scorpion charm. Okay, so that will be a lot of damage, hopefully. Also, when it's night and you notice golden leaves falling down, that means you'll be getting extra runes when you defeat something. As you can see on my icon list, I have the effects of a gold scarab without having one active. And I think it can stack with the talisman and the golden flower foods. So you can have 3 stacks of extra runes. So consider killing bosses during nighttime. It's more efficient. Last year I did a... Last year? No, it was this year. I did a Knight Cavalry build. So I was using their armor and their only 2 weapons. And I was also using a mod to keep my game eternally at night. So it was always nighttime. So I could learn a lot about all of those effects. Where is this coming from? Dude, how the fuck did I miss that? Okay, 1 down. Oh, hello! Thanks for coming down. Yeah, they are really annoying. You're not seeing me. Stop being so suspicious. Fucking hell, dude. Alright. The hard part is behind me. I don't need to worry anymore. Yeah, I know those guys can be dangerous, but they are too slow. Well, good luck with that. You can only get the martial arts stuff in the DLC. So pretty late game. Okay, this is the point where I need to stop fighting people and just go get the shortcuts. Oh, so you're gonna be cheating. Alright then. What a bad boy. Cheating on a game like this. Okay, I think I'm just gonna ignore them. I'm just gonna get covered in cum, but that's fine. It could be worse. I mean, you're still cheating. You're still a bad boy. Doesn't matter if it's just to get one item. That's still cheating. Yeah, they do. No matter how much you strafe, they will always hit you. Luckily, they also have that much tracking on the player version. So using that spell is really good. Okay, so I'm supposed to be dealing a lot of fire damage now. No, that's a 15% damage boost. That's better. That's more efficient. Let's see the damage. Okay, I need to get out of here. And you're dead. I told you this was going to be a lot of fire damage. I should kill another one now. But which one? Oh, there's one here. Right here. Let's go there. They are not really a beetle. They are based on the larva of dragonflies. At least the head part is based on the larva of a dragonfly. Also, their whole life cycle is based on dragonflies. So those guys, they are basically supposed to be the larva of Astels. And you have noticed how Astel has dragonfly wings. Oh, they do. There's one kind that makes like speed sands, like holes in very very soft sand, and they just sit right at the center bottom place of that hole, and insects that are walking around that hole, if they just step a little closer to the inside, the sand will fall down and they will not be able to climb back up. Just like that scene in Star Wars Episode 6. So you will be falling down the sand pits, and there's that's huge mouth with pincers right at the center of that hole, waiting to eat you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was based on that dragonfly larva. Time to burn this guy. Oh fuck. Fucking hell! Yeah, that's the downside of breath attacks. They are really slow. They are so fucking slow, dude. Look at this. This is so much better. I'm gonna give you another bite. Well, almost did it. Okay, you're just gonna edge walk. It's so much damage. Okay, that's a really good spot to do this. Well, yeah, they're pretty small. Like the prey they hunt is usually just ants, so you don't have to worry about them. And as you can see, you usually find falling star beasts only pits, not that different from the sand pits the dragonfly lover usually are, and it's usually at the center. I know it's because, as you can see, it's a meteorite that just fell from the skies, but visually it's really similar. Also, you can physically see the meteorites that hits this place. It's so cool. Okay, they're all dead. I think I can level up my weapon before going back to Landau. And no, there's no evidence for that. We have seen a lot of things about the cut contents and all of that. It's not a one-to-one comparison to. It's not a one-to-one comparison to the real life thing. It's just similar. They just took some inspiration from that. What we do have of cut contents from the Astel line is that apparently Astel was supposed to have an attack just like Radan's second phase meteor attack. There's animations and effects in the game that you can turn on to make Astel fall down just like Radan does. And there's lore bits talking about how Astel fell down from the skies and destroyed a whole city. So there's that. I don't know what you're talking about. Spirit Grave? Snake of Balls? You're talking about the enemy. I think they don't have names. That's enemy. It's those guys that stay. They keep an eye on ever jails. Like those guys. Oh, I don't have a torch. Okay then. So you're talking about those guys here? Yeah, they don't have names, but no, they have nothing to do with dragonflies. Uh, there's not a lot of info about them in the games. They're probably made, like they are probably man-made, because you basically only find them as those watchdogs things. They are just here looking at Everjails and all of that.
My thanks. I'm going to see Mr. I don't know what, but even if the odds now, the fight against. I'm going to see. I don't know what, kid. Even if the odds. I'm going to see. I don't know what, but even if the.
Yeah, there's a lot of things about this game that a lot of people just don't understand very well, and then they go on the internet to talk about that, like like they are experts on those things, and they just keep talking about bullshits all the time. Sometimes I go to and I forgot to take Radon's Great Throne. Sometimes I go to the lore subreddit about Elden Ring, and there's just so much wrong stuff there, like factually wrong. There's also a lot of people just making posts about headcanons and fanfiction, but they are presenting those fanfictions as actual official lore. They are presenting fanfiction as if they were facts in the game. And that's usually creates so many misconceptions about those games. Usually it's the fault of people like Vatividia that keeps going to Reddit and stealing people's content to make his own videos. Like recently he started to credit those posts, but he's basically still stealing them. It's just that now we know from who specifically he is stealing. A lot of things on Vatividia's lore videos are just speculations and fan theories, and he keeps presenting them as facts, or he just avoid referring to them as either fanfics or theories or facts. He just presents the information, and that's kind of scummy. And it just helps to spread misinformation about those games. Like, people keep theorizing, even to this day, who the fuck Velka is. Like, oh, maybe Gwendolyn is Velka, maybe Quillag is Velka, maybe it's, I don't know, any female character is Velka. Because he keeps making videos about those stupid theories as if they were facts, as if they were a real problem that needs solving in the lore of those games. He is also the reason why the Solaire being Gwyn's firstborn and the Cartus Sandworm thing is very popular. He's not the reason why that started, obviously. That started as Reddit posts and all. But he gave a lot of attention to those crazy theories. Yeah, and you know what's even more infuriating? Vatividia is the most popular lore tuber in the Souls community. So basically everyone gets their information from him. A lot of people even prefer to wait until he posts a video to actually learn about the lore. Like when From Software posts a new game, people keep commenting, oh, I'm just gonna wait until Vati posts a video so I can understand the lore. No, dude, play the fucking game! Read the fucking item descriptions! The lore is here in your fucking face, dude! Stop being so fucking dumb! People are stupid. Really stupid. They keep saying that From Software is really bad at storytelling just because Dark Souls doesn't have a cutscene every 5 minutes. As if cutscenes are the only way you can consume lore. Dude, you have no idea how glad I am to know that you guys don't know about VatiVidya. I don't think you guys should avoid him. Like, his videos are well made because he's rich and he has a lot of resources. Just when you go watch that, keep in mind that most of those things are just factually wrong, fan theories, headcanons, and just it's usually just speculation and just wrong things. Like, most of those theories have so many pieces of information in the actual game contradicting those theories that I don't know how people can keep considering them plausible, even though there's so many conflicting things proving them wrong. So go watch his videos to have fun. Just try to notice how many wrong things there is in each video. Yes, environment storytelling is so fucking cool. It feels so immersive and real. Like, in real life, if you want to actually find out about the lore of something, you have to go digging for pieces about that stuff. You have to read bits of old newspapers. You have to go find descriptions about artifacts. It's so similar to how history works in real life. I really like From Software's way of telling stories. It's so fucking cool. The world building in those games is amazing. There's a mod for Elden Ring in first person. And holy shit, dude, that's horrible. It makes me so fucking dizzy just watching videos. Alright. Yeah, it's really disorientating. Yeah, definitely. For people that like that kind of stuff, it's pretty cool. You can even combine with a mod that adds like real life weapons, like machine guns and guns in general. So you can have Elden Ring, but FPS game. Well, I never played VR because I don't have that. But I usually avoid first-person games because of that. Like, I can't play Half-Life and Portal for very long without getting really sick. Minecraft is another game that makes me sick, but not that much. So I can play for a little longer. So that's why sometimes I make Minecraft streams, but they are usually shorter, or after a couple of hours I just change to another game because I'm getting really sick. Yeah, there's that, but in my case I think it had something to do with the frame rates and how some visual things work. Because in my case I actually have a real problem with motion sickness. Like, it's for that reason that I don't think I will ever be able to drive. I get sick in cars really easily. I don't think I'm gonna be able to drive a car. Alright, time to bite some more people. And I think I forgot to change my physic flask. I'm still with the fire damage buff. Bernal, do you want to buff us with Golden Vow? Please? Please, Bernal, use it! Do it! Bernal, do it! You fucking asshole! Okay, I'm gonna bite this guy. If he stops spamming dodge. Dude, how the fuck did I miss that? Okay, at least when I hit, it's a lot of damage. Okay, he's dead. Yes, I keep saying that. Breath spells are a scam. Look at how much FP you use to have a full cast. That's basically just 2 casts. Just 2. With the bites only. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 casts. That's already double the damage. And with the Dragon Claw, that is not even that bad. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it deals so much damage. And it's pure physical damage. It's not even elemental. Exactly. A whole FP bar just for 1 cast, and it's not even that much damage. The upsides of using the breath attack is that you can spread damage for a big area, you have more range, and some of them you can use to apply status like Scarlet Rods and Frost. Other than that, just go with Dragon Maw and Dragon Claw. I'm even gonna take this away, it's not useful. Biting people is so much better. Okay, so I can finally go kill Godfrey Shade. I don't need to change anything, right? Yeah. Well, maybe? Something really cool about Godfrey is that fighting him on a melee character is pretty fun. Okay, let me do this, because then I can just spam down to get that, if I remember to do it. Do I have a shield grease? No, only magic greases. Okay. The weapon they use is so fucking good. The Guardian Sword Spear. Such a good dexterity weapon. You know what? My first try, I'm not gonna summon for this guy. Okay, I can trade. Not a problem. Yes! Counter hits are so good. Come on! Yes, you need to trade, but I don't care. It's really fun. Okay, the recovery on this is really slow. Okay, I'm gonna bite this guy or slap him. So fun, so easy. Also, you saw how much damage I dealt with the Dragon Claw. There's still versions of the shield charge. There's shield bash and shield crash, and one of them is longer. Long enough to be able to actually deal a lot of damage using that. Wait, what do you mean you got rickrolled? Did you click on the free V-Bucks link? Well, don't limit yourself with only Dragon Claw. You can use Dragon Maul too. And I think you can even combo like one Dragon Claw into a Dragon Maul. The first cast is faster, so you can do it. Try to use only the spells that are not breath attacks. They're really good. There's also Grail's Roar. And I still need to go get that. Still only have one Dragon Heart. You know what? I'm gonna go get more Dragon Hearts so I can do that. And I know where to find them. So, I need to go all the way around. Oh, I'm already near. Yes, I have a few dragons to kill now. I'm not gonna need this, so I can start using some better gear. Not gonna be using this, so this one. What else I could have here? Maybe this? Yeah, let's keep it that way. It's good. Wait, am I fat rolling? No, I'm not. Oh no, I fall down. No, no, no. Wait, you can go over that? You asshole. Dude, why are you doing that? There's no one near you. Dude, look at the damage. I forgot he has a lot of iframes. I'm gonna take a lot of damage from the lava. Okay, that was very irresponsible. But it works. I have more dragon hearts to get, but then I will have to kill Estelle first. Yeah, that was really close. Like, I knew I was going to take damage from the lava, but I wasn't expecting for that much damage. I don't know, I could do that. Maybe I should. There's a lot of dragons in this game. I just want enough dragon hearts to go buy the spell I want to use. Also, you guys know the trick I did here to take less damage from Scarlet Rods, right? Because I forgot to explain that, in case you guys don't know. Alright. So, when you roll into a pool of poison or rot, you get wet with that. And when you get wet with that, you still keep getting rot or poison build up, even when you are outside of that source of rots and poison. In this case, I was rolling in the Scarlet Rods lake to get wet with that, and when I was close to getting Scarlet Rods, I went outside of the lake so I could get procced by the Scarlet Rods on my body and not the pool in front of me, because the different sources of Scarlet Rods deal different amounts of damage, and the actual Lake of Rods deals way more damage than getting rods by getting wet first. And after you proc rods, you kinda get immune to rods until the bar goes down. So it's better to proc the less powerful version of rods than to get rods from the lake. That deals way more damage. So that way I only used like 2 flasks instead of needing 12 flasks to run all of this. Like, I can show you. You noticed how much damage I was taking. So let me show you how much damage you are supposed to take here. It's way more, way faster. Yes, exactly. And there's a lot of Somber Stone 7, 8s, and 9s on the lake. Look at how fast it's going down. So if you want to take those Somber Stones, it's a good idea to do this. Alright, time to go destroy Estelle, and I keep forgetting to equip my Great Rune. Alrighty. Also, give me a second, I need to take away my clothes. Alright. It's really hot today. Really hot. Just doing some stealth to not get noticed. Yeah, I think I can run now. Also, never roll on a pool of rods or poison, because then you're gonna get wet, and even after you come out of the pool, you will still get poison or rods. So never roll. That's why when I go explore the abandoned cave, I usually have something with quick step, because when you're using quick step, you're not rolling, so you don't get wet. So if you still need to dodge on a pole like that, use quick step. I think I'm gonna summon for this fight. Not that I need it, I just want to have a buddy here helping me. And I still dodged. Okay, a stealth fight gets really easy with this build, because Astel moves a lot, and you can target his head, and he takes extra damage on his head. So it makes the fights really easy. You don't need to be near him all the time, which is quite dangerous. And you also get a lot of crits. And yeah, it's pretty good. Second phase already. Just do not reset the poise damage. And another poise break. This time I'm not gonna take the crits because I want to check the damage on my Dragon Bites, which is pretty good. But you can see the difference between the headshots and the body shots. Pretty easy fight. This build makes this fight so much easier. And you guys saw how much tracking this Ash of War has. My spear was making some really tight curves to be able to hit his head. And I need to get the ring here to be able to go up there. Alright, got the ring. Now, let's go. So, are you guys having fun here? Alright, that's good. Pretty good. Okay, I think that there's either 3 or 4 dragons up here. There's Adula, which is the main dragon, and there's 3 lesser dragons after her. And fighting those dragons is really easy. You have no idea how much I envy you right now. I wish it was cold here. And it's only gonna get warmer because we are going to summer now. So it's only gonna get worse. Wait, I forgot to change this. No, I didn't. Alright. This time I'm not gonna be summoning because it's easier without summons. 1, 2. Okay, that's a headshot. That's a head bite, and that's a critical, and that's already half of the fight. Look at me! Look at me! I'm not gonna be able to get the critical. Oh, I did! And no, you're dead. I think I wasn't fast enough. Let's see if I'm fast enough to get the other ones. I have 3 minutes to kill them. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Dragon Bite. And critical. One. Oh no, they don't disappear. It's just that I have my golden foul foods giving me extra runes. And it only lasts 3 minutes. Stop with that, dude. Thank you. Alright. How about you? Oh, you motherfucker! 1, 2, 3. I don't have Dragon Maul, so let's go with the Claw. It's good enough. One. You fucking bitch. I think that's 2. Yeah, it hits the leg, I think. Oh, fuck. It's alright. Well, unfortunately this dragon is stalling a lot and glitching because dragon fights are not fun. Yeah, dude, keep doing that. Seriously. I missed. Okay, that's something. He just keeps wasting my time, dude. Don't stun away like this. Okay. Bites. This. Don't fly away, please. What a good boy. Thank you very much. And they're dead. It's because of the mod I'm using. It messes with the lighting on this area. I'm sorry. So yeah, I killed 4 dragons in what, 5 minutes? Could have been way less if it weren't for that guy stalling for so long. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do to deal with that. It's what I have to do to be able to play this game in a more stable frame rate. Torrent doesn't have a lot of HP, dude. He's taking so much damage. Okay, another build I wanted to do is a Crystallion build. So I could only use the Crystal Sword, the Crystal Spear, the Crystal Staff, and all of the sorceries that has crystals. It's probably gonna be really hard. So, Torrent's HP, it's tied to your own vigor levels. So as long as you're keeping it, as long as you keep leveling up your vigor, Torrent's HP should be going up too. But it doesn't go up as much as your own HP goes. So he will always have less HP than you. Also, Torrent has no armor, so he takes a lot of damage either way. I think I'm gonna have to be naked for the whole build because Crystallions are naked. They only have like a red cloth sometimes. So maybe I could get the red hood that Roderica uses. And that's it. Other than that, I should paint my character all in blue. Okay, so let's go to the Dragon Communion Church. So the horse armor on the Tarnished edition is only a skin. It's only visual. It's not gonna change how Torrent works. So I have a new spell to use. No, but there will be in the Tarnished Edition. So let's check the damage on this. Dude, that's lots of damage, and now they are taking more damage. So this deals damage, and it also applies a debuff on enemies. I'm gonna be using that against Morgoths. Just gonna check if I can level up my gear. As you can see, my game is struggling to load. Pretty normal at this point. I can't really lay down here, right? Yeah, let me see what I can do here. he he's working on my sword. As you can see, my sword needs working. Wait, let me go back just a little. Yeah, now it makes sense. He's working on my sword. Holding me by the other side somehow.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Oh, I can get even more levels. Plus 22. Still don't have Somber Stones. Okay, time to kill Morgoths. Also, you guys watching me every day is keeping my channel at somehow at 3 average viewers. So if you keep watching me like this for a long while, I think this is gonna make my channel grow more. Because having at least 3 average viewers usually makes your channel gets seen more often. So having you guys here is actually helping me a lot. So there's 2 cuties and a lurker that I have no idea who it is. Dude, using this before using the other ones is really, really powerful. Because you're lowering the defenses of your enemies. So the Dragon Bite deals more damage. Smithing the weapon. Yeah, for me it's a bit hard to see the numbers. So keep an eye on the boss's health bar so we can see. Those still are increasing the damage on my Dragon Maw. This one is not gonna help me. I could use the Ritual Sword Talisman, but I usually have to trade to be able to land a Dragon Maul, so I'm never gonna be able to keep myself at full HP. So I'm not gonna be taking the buff here. And there's nothing else that could apply to my build. Those are only for melee weapons, so no. I can't charge my spells, so Godfrey's icon will not help. But yeah, I think this is the best I can do for now. This time I'm gonna summon Melina and I think my summon too, so I can have more distractions, because the animations on those spells are really long. Almost as long as my lance, as you can see. It's a pretty long lance. I barely can fit the whole lance on my screen. Anyways, let's go. Okay, I need to run away. Summon? You fucking delayed, bitch. Okay, just keep him busy. Okay, I still got him. He's supposed to be taking more damage now. So let's bite this guy. Oh fuck. Second phase. Stop running away! Poise break, holy shit. Oh, Dragon Claw. Bye bye. Yeah, that's a pretty easy fight. Using those spells. And Grail's Roar is so fucking cool. I don't know for how long the buff lasts. So I don't know if I had the extra damage for the whole fight. If it lasts for at least 30 seconds, then I guess I had for the whole fight, because it was a really short fight. And I could be dealing even more damage, because I could be using the... I forgot the name. Flame Grant Me Strength. That would increase my physical damage by 20%. I could use that if you guys want. Or I could not use it because it's not a Dragon Communion spell. So maybe I'm not supposed to be using that.
Shall I let my hand share them with me? Your thoughts.
So what do you guys think? Should I get that buff? Ah, I'm not gonna be using that. I don't need that. I'm already powerful enough. Next boss, Borealis. So another dragon to add to my collection. Ah yeah, this whole build is being revenge for the last run. Because it wasn't just Borealis. Every dragon fight on my snake build was terrible. So I'm enjoying this a lot. I forgot to go kill Exikes. There's another dragon that I need to kill. And then in the consecrated snowfields there's another magma worm. What else? What am I missing? There's a ghost flame dragon in the DLC. Oh fuck! Where did you came from? Yeah, I'm more into doing different builds for testing different gears and having fun than to just proving that I can beat this game on hard challenges. Like, I don't care about that kind of stuff. I kind of don't have an ego. I don't need to prove anything, and those builds are usually just annoying. Like, oh, can I beat Elden Ring by using only my fists? Yes. If you can deal damage, you can beat the game. It's just gonna take a long while and you can't make any mistakes. Wow, how amazing to watch people doing that. I like making characters in this game, not just a challenge. So that's why I like to limit myself at only one type of spells and kind of build some kind of lore to my characters. I kind of feel like I'm playing D&D or something, because I'm actually making a character here. Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of caressing my ego. I don't need that. Come back! You coward! You're supposed to attack me when you get big. Well, going to the DLC, there's a dragon form, like you can turn yourself into a dragon, and that also increases the damage of the dragon communion spells. So maybe I should go after that. Get Bale's incantations too. Yeah. Basically the same thing. You just look way more ugly. I really miss Dark Souls 1 dragon form. You used to be a fluffy dragon in Dark Souls 1. And then Dark Souls 3, you turn into a deceased goat. And in Elden Ring, it's just like a zombie dragon. It's so fucking ugly. Doesn't even look like a dragon. Fluffy dragon in Dark Souls 1 is so much better. You even have a tail and small wings, and you can deal a lot of damage with your bare fists when you're in dragon form. Like your bare fists deals around 300 and something, and when you use the dragon torso stone to roar, you get a 20 or 30% damage boost. Okay, I'm gonna have to summon here because it's a 2v1. But I'm gonna roar. Oh, not! Oh, you still got me! Motherfucker! Okay, I got the debuff. Time to destroy this guy. If I can hit this guy! Okay, I'm really mad at this guy. It's hard to judge distance when everything is so dark. Yeah, fuck you, dude. From where did you came from? Well, Dark Souls 3 is like a post-apocalyptic game, even more than Dark Souls 1. So it's expected that things are not gonna be healthy and very well in Dark Souls 3. Okay, that was my worst fight so far. Yeah, dude, it's so hard to judge distances when it's everything pitch black like that. I usually have to keep in mind the distance between me and the enemy and how long they are taking to reach me to be able to judge when I should be using my spell. Ah yes, it's definitely the game's fault. Alright, let's keep going. Do I have enough to level up? No. finally 30 arcane. This build could be going so much better if I had more arcane. If you're trying this build by yourself, focus on not dying like this. Focus on having arcane first, because it's the main source of damage, and then you can get everything else. I was dumb, so I ended up getting the other stats first. So now I'm lacking damage. I know it doesn't look like, but I'm actually lacking a lot of damage. I should be dealing way more damage than what I'm doing now. Well, the seal that I'm using scales primarily with arcane. As you can see, there's an S in arcane, and I only have 30. I should be at 60 arcane. That would make my spells deal way more damage. Also, my weapon scales with arcane. Oh, hello Shadow. How you doing? So, I'm doing fine. I'm just having to deal with a really hot day. But other than that, I'm actually having a great time here. Hoping you're doing well too. Well, you should be sleeping then, if that's possible for you. So yeah, my weapon has a B in arcane, so I'm not dealing a lot of damage because I only have 30 arcane. I should have more. Everything here deals damage based on arcane, and I don't have a lot. That's the problem. And I'm gonna try to kill that guy. Okay. I keep missing. Alright, this is gonna give me some time. Now you're taking extra damage. Okay. Wow, there's storms going on here. Weather is not working properly. Dude, look at the damage. This was a lot of damage. Alright, I was really close to dying there, but I'm glad it worked fine. Anyways, so the thing that I was complaining about being cold is not exactly complaining because I love cold, but it's just that it was weird because we are supposed to be going to summer right now. So it's supposed to be hot. But last week it was so damn cold for no reason. Then I found out that there's a huge mass of air coming from the South Pole that's making everything cold here. But that's ended, so it's getting warmer as it should be. But I hate warm weather, so fuck that. I mean, at least for me, being hot is so much worse. it makes me uncomfortable and sick in lots of ways. At least when it's cold, I can just wrap myself in blankets, or I could wear some more warm clothes. I could drink hot chocolates or get some soup. I could take a hot shower. There's lots of things I can do to deal with cold weather, and all of them are usually pretty easy. I can't say the same about being hot. Okay, Shabiri, time to die. As you can see, he has the buff now. And that was 2000 damage. Over 2000 damage in one hit. Yeah, as you can see, I'm really good at eating. Really good. Dude, 2000 damage in one hit is a lot of damage. It's hard to find players that has 2000 HP. So this is a Somber 7. I don't really need a Somber 7. But why not, right? It's a pretty easy one. I never heard about that. I don't really watch a lot of stuff. When I don't have time to do a lot of stuff. When I'm not working, when I have time to do something that it's not working, I'm just here streaming. And when I'm not streaming, I'm either resting or working more. So I don't watch a lot of stuff. Alright, cutie. Sleep well, and I hope you have nice dreams. Thanks for joining. It was nice having you here. Well, yeah, that's true. I wish I didn't had so much to do all the time. It's really stressful. And things are going so fucking bad lately. I'm streaming mostly to just distract myself and not think too much about that. It's literally the only thing I can do for now. And as time goes on, I just keep getting bad news after bad news. Oh, my first bots of the day. I'm glad that my auto mod works very well. Alrighty. Time to go do another NPC fight. Hopefully it's gonna go way better than last time. Oh dude, if health was my only problem, my life would be so much better than it is now. But it's not just that. You can set in your moderation settings some words and phrases that you don't like and you don't want in your chat. So every time someone wants to use those words and phrases, they get blocked by the automod. Every time I get a message from a bot, I just get the whole message they sent and I put on the banned phrases. Because those guys, they tend to use the same messages. Alright, got one off. 1600 damage. Okay. And I still hit you. Yeah, that was so much easier than last time. So much easier. Yeah, so I guess this build is pretty good for killing NPCs. Yes, such a huge big difference. I can actually hit my attacks, I can deal damage. I don't get input reading as much as the other build. So much better. Yeah, I still don't have enough to level up. Anyway, it's time to go kill another dragon. I can't really summon for this fight because I'm using a lot of FP now. I don't think I have enough. Okay, where's the dragon? You're here. Fucking coward. Okay, good starts, I think. Ah, yes, definitely. Setting up extra damage. Bites? Look at this damage. 2, 3. No, you're not gonna do that. Look at the difference. Okay, I missed. But that was still And 3? Yes. I think you are dead now. Okay, now you're dead. And this is how you hunt a dragon. Just look at the difference between these fights and my snake build. This whole build is just a really good tutorial on how to become a very good Dragon Slayer. This build just turns every dragon fight into the most easy thing ever. I don't know if you noticed, but Borealis didn't even try to fly. He never really had a chance of flying. Because the main goal of this build is to try to keep dragons as still as possible. Because the biggest problem with them is how much they move. And now that I'm leveling up Arcane, my damage is only going up. Yeah, it's only going up. Yeah, those dogs are really annoying. Anyway, let's try Vike. You bastard! No, you're not gonna be doing that. Uh-uh. No. Yeah, NPC fights are pretty easy with this build. Yeah, 3 bites, mostly because this guy has a lot of HP and a kind of a good armor. I mean, NPC fights shouldn't be bosses. They're too annoying for that. So even if I weren't doing this, it would still be not a good boss fight. It would still not feel like a boss fight. Yeah, I think there's only 2 of those here. Yeah, I don't really need to get anything from here, so I'm not even gonna get the Sight of Grace. They are scattered through Liurnia and here too. and they always drop a big rune. And you don't have to deal a lot of damage. They always pop to anything that you hit them. So just throw a knife or something and they will pop and give you a good rune. In Liurnia they drop golden rune 6, and here they're dropping 12s. Levels are getting really expensive now. Um, 116. Unfortunately, this game needs you to be at a super high level if you want to not suffer with every fight. So that's why I had to waste 40 points into Vigor, just so I can stop getting one-shots by everything. And it still doesn't matter because you're still gonna get one-shots in the late game, even if you had 60 Vigor. Okay, those guys are really annoying. Ah, yeah, definitely. So you have to level up to at least 60 Vigor and have like Bull Goat's armor or the Vertigris armor, like a full set, just so you can have a chance of not getting one-shots by everything. Time to bully another NPC. Okay, the buff applied. And somehow I missed. Okay, this one is good for roll catching. At least on the NPCs that's input read you. Oh, I already got this. Okay, so only Fire Giant left now. Maybe I should go to the consecrated snowfields and find the magma worm. Guess I'm not a big fan of going there. So I think I'm not gonna be going there. It's such an annoying area. Okay, time to scream at his balls. And let's try a bite. Ah yes, that's already really good. Wow, the whole Halic tree is very annoying. Dude, I never saw someone taking big chunks of damage out of the fire giant like this. Okay, still got hits. Dude, someone as big as fire giants should not be able to move so much. Dude, you're still alive. Yeah, it's so nice having that much tracking. Okay, you're summoning double balls. Okay, not still bad. I'm gonna bite your balls. The damage is not great, but it's something. Oh, finally! Oh, you bastard! Didn't have time to... Okay, at least I had time to run away. Oh! Okay. I was using blue flasks instead of the red ones. I missed! And you're doing the balls again. Okay, so I should stop using that. Alright. Last flask. Yes, he runs away so much. Dude, look at his HP. If I didn't run out of FP, I could have gotten another hit. What a disappointment. Yeah, I know, very disappointing. But don't worry, this time I'm gonna get him. I think I don't need to waste my time summoning. You know what? I'm gonna summon. I don't care. It's fine. It's not gonna be a problem. I have a lot of both of blue flasks. Okay. Bites, please. He runs away so much, dude. Look at this. Also, that was a really nice shot. And I keep missing. The idea is pretty good, but holy shit, Fire Giant was so poorly made. So fucking poorly made. Can I hit? Thank you. Thank you very much. This time I'm not gonna waste my time during the roar attack. Okay, headshots? Yeah, not bad. Another hit? Ah, it's this one. Okay, you're almost dead. Almost dead. And headshots? Yes. Such a good build. Thank you very much, cutie. Just needed to stop being dumb. It's the best advice I can give you to play this game. Why is so hard to control torrents? I had so many deaths just because torrents is hard to control. I wasn't even doing anything hard. I was just trying to turn. He's so fucking bad. Yeah. A really fucking annoying pain. But it's still better than platforming without horses, like in Farum Azula. This game wasn't meant to have that kind of stuff. This is not the type of game that should have that.
I have lost this world and death. Are you to commit? Very let my hand.
Alright, finally at Farum Azula. Crumbling Pharaoh Mazzola. I'm gonna try something funny. I hope I have enough poise to do this. Yes, I don't have, obviously. I don't have enough poise to... Fucking hell. Dragon Ball gives you so much hyper armor. Why can't I have the same with the Scream attack that deals less damage and it's not that useful? This game doesn't want you to have fun. Okay, one problem is that this build is not very good to fight ancient dragons. Nothing is good against ancient dragons. So this is a problem that I'm gonna be having here. Is that I need to fight this ancient dragon. And this is gonna suck. It's really easy to miss the head. Because it's such a small target and this guy runs so much. Look at this! How did I miss? What's happening? Why I can't hit your head? Also, it deals basically nothing of damage. It's just no damage against this guy. Where's my poise break, dude? The way his head moves makes this so hard to hit. It's basically impossible to do a poise break on a ancient dragon. Dude, it's impossible to say stuff on these fights. The arena is so bad for fighting this guy. And I was hitting his head so fucking often. How the fuck am I not getting a poise break? Like, I already think that regular dragons are really annoying to fight. But ancient dragons are so much worse. They can. But they take less poise damage if you hit any part of their body that isn't the head. And as you can see, it's basically impossible to hit their heads. Look at how much tracking I have. And I still miss. Okay, he's stalling. So I don't... I'm losing progress on my poise damage. And I keep missing, as always. Where's the poise damage? Where is my poise break? I'm already losing my progress. Look at how much this misses. Dude, how much range do you even have? Okay, hopefully I'm not gonna get hit. Yeah, I got hit. This is so ridiculous. Dude, explain. How the fuck did I miss that? It was so close. Okay, I'm still dealing damage. I don't think silly. Holy fuck, the legendary poise break. Finally. Look at the trouble I had to go through to get one poise break. He was almost dead already. Holy fuck, dude. So, if you're not hitting his head, he basically takes no damage. Like, not just poise damage, just no damage too. Hitting his head, hitting his hands and feet deals almost no damage. I think he has over 40% damage reduction on the whole body. It uses too much FP. That guy has too much HP, and it has a lot of damage resistances if you're hitting anything that isn't his head. So the bite wasn't going to deal a lot of damage, and I don't attack fast enough to be able to hit him before he moves away, which is something that happens a lot, as you might have noticed. Like, even with my spectral lens that has basically the best tracking, I was still missing a lot. So fighting ancient dragons is just not fun. There's a reason why every time you watch a YouTube video or a stream of someone doing a challenge, they always skip those dragons. Especially since none of them are required to beat the game, so you can just skip all of them. And I still can't level up. That's unfortunate. Also, I hope I can use the dragon halberd with only one hand, because I want to use that weapon against the Godskin duo. It's gonna be fun. I forgot to use that weapon before, so maybe now it's a good time. Alright then, I'm gonna level up the halberd because I think I can get it to plus 10 or at least 9, and then I'm gonna be using against and I don't have enough strength to use it because of 2 points of strength. But it's fine, I can use the physic tier. So just swap faith for strength. And I think that's it. Let's go kill... Oh, before that, I should buy more rune arcs. I'm gonna be needing those. Okay, they don't sell. They don't sell. Well, if I wanted to use this, I could buy. Maybe for another character. Alright. I can also level up my shield in case I want to use it in the future. Ooh. Just 4 extra smithing stone 8s and I can get my lance to max level. Okay, so let's drink, check the numbers. Yeah, a bit over 600 damage. Then I'm gonna have Frost. And they... Oh, I don't have... I'm not gonna have the faith to use that. Okay, that's fine, I can take this away. What a nice dodge. Well, not really. It's split damage. It's not 600 pure physical damage. So it's not that good. But at least the elemental damage I'm dealing is lightning, and there's not a lot of enemies that resist lightning. And I'm gonna have a full party here. I don't care. Okay, what a good start. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, yes, I think. Well, I'm not actually dying, so it's fine. Oh, this is not good. Dude, I'm not gonna fight you inside of your circle of death. Everything can two-shot me. So annoying. Bites? Fucking hell, dude. Can I please do something? You're fucking me, right? Oh my god. It's just the worst RNG ever. Holy shit, why you're picking on the worst moves? I'm not even doing anything. Dude, it feels like I'm still using the armor. That makes me get targets more often. I'm out of healing. Okay, imagine if that was a good timing. That was a terrible fight. Like, really bad. Now, for the next boss, I'm not gonna be using elemental damage, split damage, because it's gonna be horrible. Yeah, I still won, but it wasn't a show of skill or anything. Now let's go back to the round table hold, because I think I can get my weapon to max level now. So need 4, and that's it.
Oh, snap.
And max level. I have a lot of stuff to sell, I forgot about that. Let's get a couple of levels. Yeah, damage is not great. Could be better. Especially since Maliketh resists 35% of all physical damage. Dude, imagine resisting 35% of all physical damage and 40% of all elemental damage and 80% of holy. Why make that guy so tanky? Okay, can I do this jump? Alright, easily. Yeah, basically makes a lot of things redundant. Like, yes, you can do a lot of damage, you can see big numbers, but when you hit the boss, you're not seeing big numbers. When you find a boss that doesn't have a lot of resistances, and you can hit them and see big numbers, it's still not a huge chunk of their HP bar because they decided to make the boss have like 180,000 HP. So it's basically the same thing. Just inflating the difficulty in this game instead of making bosses actually hard, like have a challenging moveset or something. No, let's just make them one-shot you no matter your HP. Let's make them have unavoidable attacks because that's really fun. You know, it's really stupid. It's the most lazy way of making a game hard. If I knew how to do the skip, I would definitely do it. Well, I kinda know how to do it, but I'm not good enough. So I'm not gonna try it. Somehow I only got hit once. This time I'm not gonna go kill that guy. I don't need that. I really don't need to deal with that. At least those guys have basically no poise. That guy is a caster, so he doesn't want to get near. But I don't have to get near. Okay, you can input read. Okay, so good to know that my Edge of War is useless. Because they can just perfectly dodge everything. I could do that. Plus the Sax is weak to thrust damage, if I'm not mistaken. So this build should be really good against him. But first, I'm gonna go kill the Draconic Tree Sentinel. Oh, hello, Unedited. How you doing, cutie? Hope you're having a nice day. About the same. Just having a really hot day, so I'm basically naked right now. It's really hot and there's not a lot I can do. Dude, I have infinite poise when I do this. So yeah, I'm streaming on my underwear only. Alright. Okay, that's fine. You asshole. Okay, don't have enough time. Again? Really? And From Software doesn't want you to spam range attacks. Only the bosses can do that. Only the bosses can have fun with range attacks. Alright, you're dead. What a good fight. So, I kinda have bad news right now. I got an email saying that I think I lost my accounts on Stripe, which is the service that I use to process my payments. Stripe has new rules right now, so they are being quite annoying with artists. Like, I think they banned my accounts for some stupid reason. And I don't know why, because even though I make NSFW art, I never did that as a service. I never took any payment from using them to my adult contents. I only use them to get paid for my actual job, which is working on comic books. They sent me an email asking me to explain them what am I selling, what do I do as a work, and I explained to them it's digital comic books. All of them have nothing of adult content in that. And I think they just replied saying that, yes, you actually violated our guidelines, so fuck you. So, yeah, I don't know how am I gonna be able to get money now. So basically my Ko-fi doesn't work anymore because I only had Ko-fi set up to use Stripe. I'm gonna try to get my PayPal back because that's gonna be my only option. And I think I should do unwise accounts because I know they are way more nicer with those things than Stripe is. And you don't have to make an account on Wise to be able to pay stuff, so it's fine. Anyways, I'm gonna go try to kill Placido Sax. So right now I'm kinda having an anxiety attack because I'm really lost and I don't know what I should do now. I don't know how to deal with this and I'm getting really scared that I'm not gonna be able to pay my bills and buy food from now on because of that. And I was already not doing great before this. Now it's just worse. Also, where do I jump? It's here, right? Oh, that's so scary. Which silly idea? Alright then, that's fine. But now it's time to go kill a dragon god. So wish me luck. Even with this build, this still could go wrong. Yeah, the damage is pretty good. I'm gonna take a huge hit, but it's fine. Oh fuck. This one is not so fine. Bites in your neck. Okay, plus the sex is being an asshole too. I rarely fight this guy, so I'm not really familiar with his movesets. Alright. Okay, I think I don't have enough time. I was still inside of your range, really? Yeah, you're not gonna run away. Okay, now it's the big move. Okay, I should be at full health now. And I think he's gonna be dead soon. Come on, this is a lot of poise damage. I'm so close. First try. This build is really good for dragons, except the regular ancient dragons. Even Placidus X is easy with this build, and I wasn't even playing that well. Okay, anything else you want me to do with this build? I'm feeling cocky enough to go deal with Bale. But then I don't feel comfortable dealing with Bale without completing the rest of the DLC because I really need to get the Shadow Tree fragments. Because if I just go there without any, I would just deal no damage. But maybe I could kill Bale if I complete all of the things I need to do there to actually have damage in the Land of Shadow. So maybe I could try to go deal Bale. But first, obviously, I need to do Malekith. Okay, so I think that Malekith has 80 poise. 80? I think it's 80. If that's true, then 2 Dragon Maws should be enough to break him. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick Google about Malekith, just so I can know what am I gonna be dealing with. I already know his resistances. I just want to know about the poise. Oh yeah, 80. So 2 Dragon Balls should be enough to break him. I could use Placido Sax Remembrance to get his spell, but that spell is not boosted by the Dragon Communion seal, and it uses only faith, and it's a lot of faith, and I don't have enough faith. So I'm not gonna be using that. Yeah, 80 pies. I think I'm gonna try to do Malekith with... I mean, I'm gonna try to break his pies as often as possible, so I should take away that, because I'm not gonna be able to use that. So, should I change Faith for something else? No, I don't think so. Hopefully this is gonna be another first try. I really hope so, because I don't really want to deal with Malekith again. Also, I forgot to get my last level. Yeah, that should be enough. Malekith is a bad boy, and I need to teach him a good lesson. I think I'm gonna be nearing 600 damage with my lance if I keep leveling up Arcane. I'm already at 300 incant scaling, and it goes up to 324 with more faith. I wish we had a physic flask that gave you 10 extra arcane. That could have been so useful. But oh well, that's so unfortunate. Okay, so time to go fight Malekith. What stats can be increased by the flask? Only the 4 main damaging stats. So only strength, dexterity, intelligence, and faith. There's also the heirloom talismans. There's 4 in the base game. One that increases your faith, one that increases your intelligence, other for dexterity, this one, and another for strength. In the DLC, there's another one that increases your arcane by 5 points. Like, they added arcane stuff, but I don't think they added a arcane knots crystal tier. So I can't get more arcane by flasks. Yeah, especially to make it go well with the other crystal tiers that increases the other stats. That could have been really useful. I'm kinda anxious to fight this guy. It could go super easy. That happens sometimes. Or it could be the worst experience I'm gonna have today. So let's do it. Fuck this. Good hits. I'm so bad at dodging this guy. Oh no. Okay, I still survived. Yeah, that's not good. First phase stagger is not good. First phase stagger is not good. Alright. I think I want to do a bite. And yes! It's actually being easy. Alright. Yeah, the damage is really good, but his damage is better. Alright, first try. I got so close to dying. I had like 2 pixels of HP. Holy shit. I think you're actually being a kind of a lucky charm for me, because things are going really well now. It's usually not that good when I'm doing things alone.
The rune of death is unbound.
Whew. I got really tired from that. Like, not exactly tired, but I beat out of breath. So that's supposed to be the hardest boss in the run, at least to me, because I struggle a lot with Malekith. So from now on, things should be easier. Especially because next boss is Gideon, and NPCs are ridiculously easy with dragon spells. And then there's Godfrey, which is a pretty fun fight. Finally being able to increase my arcane levels. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm just gonna keep biting him. Nah, don't worry. I'm gonna throw up after. I'm not gonna keep him inside. I'm just chewing, like a dog's chewing toy. It's not Var if I'm using him as a chewing gum. Alrighty, time to go destroy Gideon. I'm not even gonna summon for him. I don't need that.
Now, surrender yourself to my coming.
Not yet, but soon.
Here you'd come to stand before the elder.
Soon I'm gonna be killing Moog.
To sense that your spirit, but
Dude, what a stupid fight.
Cannot become
He spent the whole fight just talking.
not even you. A man
The dying speech is longer than the actual fight. What an easy boss. But depending on your build, what a terrible boss. What a hard boss. Unfair. Annoying. Like, it depends a lot on your build. If you have to actually fight Gideon, then yeah, it's terrible. He can cast so fucking fast, and his spells deals so much damage. It feels unfair. Okay, I can barely get to another level. $49 arcane. Should I try to use rods against Godfrey? That could be really evil. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna disrespect Godfrey. Yeah, I'm just gonna do one thing that's gonna make this a little easier. Just to give me a fair start. I don't like starting this close to him. Alright, let's start. Let's actually start. Gonna use rods to finish using the rest of my FP bar here. Is this rods? No, not yet. But it will be. Yes, I got rods. Let's bite. And Pies break? Not yet, really. Oh, I think it's gonna be that Pies break that happens during the cutscene. No, it wasn't. Oh, fuck. Okay, now I need some time to heal. Do I have time? Not really. But I'm not gonna need it. Yeah.
thy strength befits a crown.
Me too, buddy. Me too. But some builds are really good against him. Something that worked for me when I was doing him a long time ago was using a weapon with either Quick Step or Bloodhound's Fang, because in this build, in this fight, it's not really good to use rolling. You need to do something to keep attacking as often as possible so you can get your damage out and you can break his poise. This fight is very melee centric, so having quick step lets you dodge and go back to attacking faster than what you could do with regular rolling. I could start using your builds. Okay, I'm gonna do something very cool here. Give me a second, you're gonna like this. Okay.